Hi, I'm Jamie from Sci-Fivision. Thanks for talking to me today. Dewshane, I
Hi,
know you
Jamie.
probably won't remember it, but I met you on the Defiance set way back when, a long time ago.
I do remember you. How you doing?
I'm good. So for all three of you, what was it about your characters that made you just say that you had to take on these roles? We'll just go Haneefah, Hank, and Dewshane in order.
Shirley Stepman to me, although she is super competent and able and runs the business like nobody's business, I think she's incredibly flawed. I love that she's having an affair with a man who she works with, that she's in love with him. I love the fact that she comes from a place of feeling like she didn't have a purpose to all of a sudden feeling like her life is fulfilled in a certain way that it had never felt like before. So that really drew me to her. I love flawed women. I think that we should be portrayed more because we are actually flawed in real life. And
Mm-hmm.
to actually see that, I love that she's this curvy black woman, even though it's not even made any mention, but she's with this guy here, and getting play in that area. It's just, she's broad, and I love the broadness of her.
Hank?
I liked how funny this guy is in the face of really nasty circumstances,
Yeah.
often self-inflicted. And I'm always drawn to characters like that, who are in a lot of pain and find a way to mask it with humor. This was a definite new twist on that for me.
I that was one of the things that I also explored with Herb, just trying to figure out the layers of who he was, and trying to play those like a musical notes or something. How have you been, by the way? It's been a while.
It's been quite a while. Yeah, good. How are you?
You're in outer
Good.
space.
Yep. I'm floating here. Um, so obviously this has sci-fi elements and it's in the future, but it's almost like a 50s period piece in a way. So how much did those costumes inform the decisions you made as performers for your characters? Just go in order again.
Well, it absolutely informed me because it helped the way that I walked. It helped the way that I talked, the way I used my hands, because I was in really feminine, tight clothing. So I used my body in a different way. It was great and exciting. Everything was built for me, for my body. Those colors, I wore a lot of purple, which I always associated with royalty. So Shirley felt royal as she walked into every single room. It was brilliant. I love it.
The orange dress was also really great.
Yeah, but did
Yeah.
you know I had notes of purple on it too?
Oh.
Thank you.
All right, Hank, what about you?
Yeah, it was. I love that wardrobe as well. It felt like, a lot of times you get to play dress up as an actor, plain and simple, and it's fun. And it was a more innocent time. It made me boundaries, for better or for worse. The 50s had a lot of boundaries and rules, and society was dictated, which I think made me feel more childlike in certain ways, because you could like when you're a kid, there's you press up against the rules and a lot, the classroom or whatever it is. So I don't know. I felt a lot that Eddie was sort of rebelling in a way that I could relate to more, just against that 50s sensibility. And I think a lot of people back then might have felt that way.
Right, Deshane?
One of my, like, I have obviously like my ritual or my process when I'm like stepping into a character, but a huge part of that is the clothing that we wear. And I just take the time to just say our wardrobe department was absolutely incredible. The suits that you see us wearing and like the dresses and this sort of thing, they're building from scratch. And it really informed, like Haneefah was saying, the way that I walked and even the way that Herb spoke. And like, yeah, I used that stuff to my advantage.
Right. Looking to the characters, obviously, I feel like this show, a lot of it is about hope, for better or for worse. Do you think the fact that they're very trusting, I mean, obviously different things happen in the show, but do you look that as a good thing for them in the end? Because I feel like no matter what happened, at least they got some happiness out of it, maybe not in the way that we would all expect, but I just was kind of curious your take on that for the three of you, whoever wants to answer.
Yeah, I think that what makes Billy's character really unique is, while he's a pretty intense con man, he's selling hope at the same time, and he really believes in that. It changed his life. He wants to change other people's lives. So it's very, I'm not even sure his character knows where his goodness ends and his darkness begins. And the line between hope and delusion is a fine one. Often you don't know until you see how things turn out. The American dream itself is it hope or is it delusion? This series asks this question.
All right. Well, thank you, all of you. I appreciate your time. I really enjoyed the series. So thank you. Have a good
Thank you.
afternoon.
Thank you.